You are doing a wonderful job. You have defined your objectives. You have defined your timeline. You are achieving them within that timeline. This is unheard of in the history of Nepal.
Bhairaja Pandey sir, welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you, Dhruvaji. I am delighted to be here.
So, how do you see the Balen Shah's visit to India?
Yes, it's an impending visit and it's of great importance. It will reset relationship between Nepal and India. We have had a very difficult relationship with India in the sense that there have been series of misunderstandings. In the past, politicians have used the art of criticizing India for their own political motives to prove that they are nationalist Nepalis. But that is a wrong way of doing things, because India is our neighbor, very powerful neighbor. In fact, all of our history is related to India. So we have gone up and down. We haven't managed this relationship very well. Now it is time, this time the Prime Minister will probably set it on a solid footing. So it's a very important visit.
What's your suggestions to the Prime Ministers? What things to do with India in this visit?
My suggestion to the Prime Minister would be, please don't linger too much on the past. Right now, we need to move forward. And to move forward, we need to agree. We may not agree on everything, but we can come to a mutual arrangement that is win-win situation for both sides. There are some seemingly intractable problems. There are some very strong disagreements, which is normal between neighbors. All the Prime Minister has to do is to understand the Indian side, make the Indian side understand the Nepali side, and come to an amicable settlement that will be acceptable to both sides. Many issues are there. The issues of the new map, that Chuche map we call it, that is one issue. Then there are other trade disputes that continue to seem to be there. There is great trade imbalance between the two countries. And then there is the issue of hydropower. The Indians have said they will not buy any electricity if there is Chinese involvement in the production. That is an unreasonable position. The Prime Minister will have to negotiate that. There is a fear among the Nepalese that India wants to control Nepal's water resources and also wants to impose security on Nepal. Those are things that will not be acceptable to Nepal, but we need to find an acceptable arrangement. We need to address India's fears or concerns and to say that Nepalese will jointly protect interests together.
And what do you think about open border between Nepal and India?
We cannot have a border that is non-existent. At the moment, the border is almost non-existent. So for India, the problem is they have a security issues with our northern border, because southern border is non-existent almost. So we need to strengthen that border in the south and also assure the Indians that the border in the north will be, that Nepal will protect that border and make sure that there is nothing improper that happens, or nothing that India would not be happy with. So we have to assure them that we will protect all our borders, northern border and the southern border.
So do you think that young Prime Minister of Nepal could talk about the problems of this country to the Indian Prime Minister?
I think there is an advantage of being young. Young are not loaded with the past. So young can be frank and approach in a very different angle. So the young people can say, look, I'm not interested in all that has happened. All I'm interested is in solving the problem. Let's define the problem. Let's define your concerns. We will tell you our concerns, and let's solve it once and for all. So it's a new beginning. The Prime Minister should make a new beginning, and not trace it back to history, because it's a very difficult history and very complicated history between the two nations. The emergence of India and emergence of Nepal, and the Sugauli Treaty of 1816, and at that time India didn't even exist. So we have had treaties that before the existence of India, and then we have, under that treaty, we have defined the source of Gandaki River, so Mahakali River. So we have those are uncertain things. We don't know what was decided then, but those have been used for nationalistic purposes, for propaganda purposes. Right now we need to settle these issues, and I think the Prime Minister is well set to solve those issues.
You are very much hopeful to the Prime Minister Balen Shah. So why you are so hopeful?
Because I have seen his actions so far. I have seen that they are well thought out, and they are executed with brilliance. And he is set out with a certain program of 100-point programs, and he is set out to achieve them within the time frame. This has never been seen before. So for a person like me, for the first time I am holding my head high. For the first time, even Indians are saying they would like someone like Balen as their Prime Minister. So there is this is reverberating all over South Asia. So there is a wonderful development in Nepal, and I think we all need to celebrate that fact.
So his party will support him. What do you think about this?
His party has no choice but to support him. He is the Prime Minister. As I have said in the past, if the party divides and if there is an infighting between the party will go down, and so will the Prime Minister, and so will the country. But in order to save the country, this party must remain united behind the Prime Minister. And I think the party chief, Ravi Lamichhane, who is the architect of the party, is also very committed to the success of the Prime Minister. So it all looks very good so far.
So what's your suggestions to the Prime Ministers to for the nation, to work for the nation?
My advice to Prime Minister is continue what you are doing. You are doing a wonderful job. You have defined your objectives. You have defined your timeline. You are achieving them within that timeline. This is unheard of in the history of Nepal. We have never seen. So please, after you complete your 100-point program, another 100 will be awaited after 100 days. But the course is right. All the Prime Minister needs to do is to set a goal and make sure that it is met within the target time allocated to it. And he is doing that extremely well.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for joining with us.
Thank you very much.